Hello and welcome to Education Dialogues. For this week's big interview, I'm joined by Mr. Maneesh Upadhyaya, Executive Vice President and Business Head, Shiksha.com. Thanks for talking to us, Maneesh. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Now, if you look at the education sector, in the past few years, it has undergone a lot of changes. And especially when you talk about technology, one of the parameters now to judge whether a classroom, whether an institution is good enough or not is integration of technology. Then of course there are websites, online education is going big, educational apps. So what kind of role do you see technology playing in this sector over the next few years?
I think technology is going to play a big role. It's going to play a big role for institutes both in terms of sourcing students, both in terms of the whole management of the college on a day-to-day basis, whether it's CRMs around attendance, CRMs around fees and tracking students, teachers, or whether it's about actually training and upskilling teachers and running, of course, smart classes, etc. So I think some of the private universities and private colleges have already taken to that in a much comprehensive way. The others are following. It's only a matter of time before this happens.
Right. Now, talking about the kind of proliferation which has been noticed in terms of the kind of number of education portals,
right?
How should a student separate the wheat from the chaff? Is there a set of criteria that you should keep in mind while?
I tell students, look, go to those portals which give you something beyond what a college website could anyway give you, right? Any college worth its salt today has their own website, right? You get to know what they're talking about.
Yeah, of course, the course structure, fees,
course structure, fees, etc. Right? Now, and everyone obviously says that they're good, right?
Yeah.
And so portals which are able to give you information beyond that and help you make a more informed and credible decision is where I encourage students to go to, right? And therefore, what we are doing, for example, at Shiksha.com is we are trying to give people a lot of alumni reviews. These are not sourced from the college. These are sourced from actual alumni who have passed out from various colleges in the country for various courses. And you find people talking good about the institutes, find people talking bad about the institutes, right? And that is the reality, right? We encourage people to ask us a lot of questions which our in-house counselors actually address and ask them, answer them, right? And that's something which again helps clarify doubts and gives you an unbiased view about either a career or college or a specialization that you're considering.
Mr. Upadhyaya, in the light of the fact that there are multiple options available now, be it the number of courses or the kind of career opportunities which are available now, tell us the kind of role which a career counselor can play in this case.
There are 3-4 types of counseling which happens actually, right? One is very career counseling. Should I become a doctor? Should I become an engineer? What is suited for me? And this typically happens in the class 9 to 12th stage. Because that is when students today are deciding about what kind of line to take, right? Then comes counseling, which the second level is around, okay, I've decided to become an engineer. Now, how do I decide what is the kind of specialization in engineering that I should really look at?
And also perhaps the kind of institute that...
And you rightly said, the kind of institute to look at. So there's a set of counseling happening around that. Some of this happens in schools itself. Some of it happens on websites like Shiksha. Some of it happens with external career counselors who run career counseling as a business for themselves in the market. And third kind of counseling is, of course, once I've done something is job-related counseling, etc., which happens more once you've near about finishing your course at a particular college and then looking at whether to take A type of role or B type of role, right? So those are the 3 kind of counselings which are happening. There are a lot of sites also now, websites which have come up, which are offering pure career counseling kind of services. Shiksha is also looking at scaling up the career counseling piece. We already have an ask and answer platform where we not only have our in-house counselors, but we also get external folks we invite them to come on our platform and answer students' doubts.
And these are industry experts, educationists?
These are a mix of industry experts as well as people who are into career counseling as a profession.
Online preparation for entrance exams, competitive exams is becoming really big. Do you believe there are any disadvantages of online preparations? And is it really a replacement of preparation?
So online test prep, to my mind, it's a supplementary to your actual test prep. It can never replace it, right? So most people who are preparing, say, for MBA or engineering exams or medical exams, the serious students typically end up joining a real coaching institute, whether it's a FitG, whether it's a Akash, whether it's a Vidya Lankar in South or Resonance or many others who are good players out there. And most of them have started online modules as well, right? But it's not a substitute for classroom coaching, right? So I would advise students to treat it as a supplement to their classroom coaching of test preparation that they're doing, and not treat it as either or. It helps you supplement your preparation with short focused areas of intervention.
Right, definitely not a replacement.
Definitely not a replacement.
Right. Now talk to us for a little while about the vision of Shiksha and what do you intend to achieve in the coming 3 to 5 years?
Our vision at shiksha.com is to become the go-to platform for students who are looking to research about career colleges or courses, either in the undergrad or postgrad space, and irrespective of whether they want to study in India or go abroad and study. Right? So we want to become the default platform where kids come to decide about career colleges, courses in UG, PG, India or abroad. And the way we are doing that is we are building a lot of credible information for students, which will make them come to Shiksha and not just go to the college websites. This is taking the form of reviews by college students, alumni. This is taking the form of having campus representatives at a lot of colleges where you can go and ask them questions through the Shiksha platform. Again, the insight there being that kids love to hear from actual students doing that course rather than just from the college authorities, right? Ask and answer and counselling is another area of focus for us, where we are looking at getting a lot of counsellors to help answer students' doubts. We are also trying to provide students with authentic data around what kind of actual salary packages can people expect once they pass out of colleges. Right? So we're putting a lot of effort there to present credible information to kids. Authentic rankings of colleges. How can we do that? That's going to be another area of focus. Study abroad has been a big area of focus for us, and we are seeing good traction on the website regarding going abroad.
Now, when a student in a tier 2, tier 3 town, or perhaps even Delhi, Bangalore or Bombay for that matter, reads a news article which says that a student from IIT Bombay or IIT Delhi for that matter got a salary package of $1.5 crore or more, same as the case for ISB and IIMs. Do you believe that salary packages should be the main criteria when you're zeroing in on a career, or there are other parameters as well?
So I think it's important to try and research a little bit more about those careers and options. Right? So at some point of time, it was in India, it was like either the son or daughter can become an engineer, doctor or MBA or IS, right? Today we find a lot more career streams have opened up in the undergrad space as well, beyond engineering and MBBS.
Of course, yeah.
Right? And that's a healthy sign. So I would encourage students to really research and decide, about colleges, about courses rather, about courses and career streams. Talk to people who are doing that in the industry, who are studying that, or who have already studied and are now working in that kind of line of industry. To really understand what it intakes. What do you really learn there? Can you relate to that kind of a learning that you'll have, right? And does that excite you? Does that interest you? And would you like to do something like that? I think rather than having a herd mentality that, oh, you should just do an MBA or an engineering, I think that is the right way to proceed ahead.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Pleasure.